Now I would like to invite Kimi Avary to the stage. Kimi Avary, criticism kills relationships. What to do about it? Criticism kills relationships. What to do about it? Kimi Avary.
According to researcher John Gottman, he researches relationships in his Love Lab up in Seattle, Washington. He says there's a magic ratio of 5-to-1 in relationships. What does this mean? This means that for every negative feeling or interaction between partners, there must be 5 positive things, interactions and feelings that go along with it. Healthy relationships have a positive 5-to-1 negative. Relationships that fall apart have 5 negatives to every positive. Stable, happy couples share more positive feelings and actions than negative ones. Criticism kills relationships. A couple that I started working with recently have been married for 33 years. He felt criticized by her. All she told him were things that he was doing wrong. She felt criticized by him because he was correcting everything she did. Men and women have different communication styles. Women look at men as hairier, misbehaving versions of themselves who are either doing things we would never do and we're upset, or not doing the things we're upset. So we often lead with criticism to correct and refine and let that person know what we need, except we start with the criticism. Men tend to be direct and clear. They tend to look at women as smaller, weaker, emotionally indulgent versions of themselves who can't get to the point to save their lives. And so they tend to be bullet pointed, and their direct statements tend to come off as criticism. Between these two, you can see that there's a mismatch. Criticism kills relationships. She takes what he says in those bullet pointed statements as criticism. He doesn't like me. I'm not pleasing him. He doesn't appreciate what I do. She takes his generous statements as insults. Because something goes on in a woman's head. We have an internal voice that is constantly beating us up. It's an internal critic. In fact, her nickname is, well, she's an ideal woman. Like, we could do better if, a better woman would. So this voice is going constantly in our heads about our looks, about how we are as a mother, as a lover, as a worker, anything. We've got this voice in our head. So any direct bullet pointed statements can affect a woman as criticism because it's feeding that voice. The nickname for this voice is Psycho Bitch from Hell. Sorry, it's true. She's mean, she's cruel, and she doesn't have your best interest at mind. And unintentionally, when a man is speaking direct, clear statements about what he'd like to see better for a woman to help her to be better at what she does, to provide for her, to protect her, she hears it as criticism. And then when a woman's trying to get her needs met, he needs to do this, he needs that. She doesn't say, I need something. She just says, it's not working. I'm unhappy about this. Why are you doing it that way? And so he hears it as criticism. So pretty soon, in this couple I'm working with, over those 33 years, there was an erosion of their trust and connection and feelings of unhappiness and misery, really, and wondering how they can even make this relationship work. So when they came to see me, we started talking about how to turn that around, how to change it. For instance, we all suffer from what I call CEOs, which is stuck in your own head syndrome. We all suffer from it. We look at the world as a version of ourselves. We look at other people as versions of ourselves, and we judge them based on those interactions. Judging really doesn't get us anywhere. When we start to be curious about how that person is contributing to us, we look at their motivations, their positive intentions behind what they do, we begin to see an upward draft of love in our relationships. I started having my couple, this most recent couple, focus on love balms. Love like the medicine balm that you put into a wound. Love balms. Sharing appreciation. Sharing those thoughts that let you know that your partner is just this magical being, this special being who you chose to have in your life. And within 3 weeks of working with this couple, they are feeling joy and connection. They're actually out on a date night tonight where they're surprising each other. They're having fun for the first time in years. It is possible to turn things around, especially when you start using the medicine of love balms. I am committed to helping couples find love and peace. I'm not committed to helping people stay together miserably. Who needs that? Life is too darn short for that. So if your relationship is working great, awesome, more power to you. I've been married for 15 years, and I can guarantee that the experience that I've had in my relationship would not be where it is if I did not understand how to navigate the masculine and feminine dynamic, if I didn't know how to turn my criticisms into appreciations and learn how to express what I need in a way that my partner can receive it. And I find that I'm more happy and joyful, and my couples find this too. And I work with singles and couples, gay and straight. I help men and women to find that love again. So if you are struggling in any way in your relationship experience and you are unhappy and feeling like you've lost days or weeks or years of your life to misery, let's talk. I offer a complimentary 30-minute relationship possibility session to find out if and how I can support you in finding that love so that you can radiate that outward. And I can tell you, my husband is an entirely different person if I am coming from criticism or if I'm coming from appreciation. It's like magic. So I'd love to support you in that. That is my mission on the planet, to help couples find that love. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.